What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet Show. As always, I'm your host, Matty Chucks, with my co-host, Austin's Props. It is December 10th, another beautiful Sunday to watch some football. Austin, how are we feeling today?
Dude, we're good. We were a little slow, you and I, this morning. The vibes were clearly there for the bets and stuff, but you and I not feeling 100%, but we're still here. We're grinding it out. We got to be here. You guys wanted us here, so we're here. We're excited to chop it up for a few before an exciting Sunday of football.
Oh, 1,000%. I like the slate this week. I'm not going to lie. We got Good Morning Beauties. Okay. Good morning, Austin.
I appreciate it.
Was good. My boy, Austin.
Yes, sir.
I would Photoshop a "Let's Go Matt," but there's none in the chat today, so we're just gonna move on from that. But I don't know who they're talking about. I think it's you, but that guy's got
Dude, I'm
good
looking
taste.
rough this morning. I appreciate the boys coming in, chopping it up, because I'm fresh out the bed. Still got the bed head. Still got the sleepy in the eyes. We're rolling, though.
Is that what you guys say over in Oregon? Sleepy in the eyes? We call them eye boogies.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You don't do that? Yo,
Eye boogies?
comment what you guys call the things in your eyes. You call them sleepy eyes?
No, the sleepies. Like I've heard them called boogies. I just say sleepies in the eyes. Yeah, crusties, I guess.
Crusties is gross.
Yeah, that's grimy for sure.
Yeah, this guy said eye crust.
Oh, that's
not
foul.
Adding the eye
Let's
boogers.
go, man. Eye boogers, foul.
Crusty eyes. Yeah, I don't know. It's his birthday. Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Let's get that sweep. Let's get that. I don't even know.
Dude, it's a nice slate today. It really is. Like
I can't tell if it's tricking me or not.
Huh?
I can't tell if the slate's tricking me or not, but it looks good.
I was gonna say I got 6 plays out for me, which is already more than I usually do. So I'm excited.
Are we getting catfished by the slate today?
We might. We got a big Sunday night football game to go over as well.
Yeah, huge one.
Huge game, honestly. Probably biggest of the year.
I think that's my favorite game on the board too, just as far as stuff to look at. But
dude, I was thinking the same thing, like prop wise. I feel like there's a lot of spots you could look at. Let's go, Matt. See, we got the vibes.
Who said weather gonna play a factor for who? The Cowboys? It's
Cowboys.
a dome.
Yeah, I was gonna say that won't play a factor if it's Cowboys Eagles.
But
I went to that game last year. Or 2 years ago, Dallas won by like 40. Worst environment as an Eagles fan I've ever been in. I'll never do it again.
I would never done that.
It was so bad, bro. Walking out after losing by 40, I'll never do it again.
Yeah, that's miserable.
Wearing a Carson Wentz jersey. Horrible.
That would be the worst part.
Yeah, never do it again.
Well, you have one of your favorite plays today. You're very proud of your write-up. One of my favorite guys in the league, but I completely love the spot. Usually we're all over his over attempts, but tell us why you love this under Josh Jacobs rush yards this week.
Yeah, I mean, this spot is so good in my opinion, just on paper, and like it should play out to be pretty solid. I got it at 74.5 rush yards under. I think the line's at 71.5, but I still like it. Only one running back this year against the Vikings have gone over 70 yards, and it was DeAndre Swift in week 2. Kind of a garbage game where the Eagles just ran it up, and Swift had 2 big runs, so it was kind of fluky-ish. But guys like Kamara, McCaffrey, Pacheco, Jones for the Packers, Bijan, Javonte Williams, all went under this line. Quality running backs, and this Vikings team has held them under. They have a really strong front seven. They are also running the ball a ton on their side of things too, so the clock is going pretty fast. The games typically are moving pretty quick. Not a ton of plays. I think Josh Jacobs at this line, I mean, he's shown he'll go 20 carries for 55 yards. He's gone under this line in 8 of 12 games, so they're going to give him touches for sure. But as long as he doesn't break like a big 20-plus yard run, I don't see this one going over. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I agree. He has 23 rushes for 60 yards some games. Like it's just
a lot of them.
Crazy usage, doesn't run the ball well. I think there's some O linemen out in that game as well, which should help your case there. This guy said, "Who do I start? CEH or Jacoby Myers PPR?" I don't know how you can.
Pacheco's out, so I'd probably go CEH or whatever.
Yeah, I think that game's a higher total as well.
Myers, it's hard for me. He's a little less relevant with O'Connell in at quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah. and you got a Chiefs game of a 50-point total basically, and a Vikings Raiders game of 40-point total. When you're looking at scoring possibility, I would lean an RB1 in a game over anything, regardless whether it's PPR. That's just my personal opinion because I
Yeah, I
think
mean, he gets in the end zone once, and you're probably going to be at the same as what Jacoby Myers gets you, you know?
yeah, I agree. I completely agree. That's what I would do. Great to have CEH in this last week before the fantasy playoffs as well. Um, for those guys struggling to get in. Um, I'm gonna go talk about one of my plays that I love, and it's in the Cowboys and Eagles game. I actually have two plays. I guess we can talk about that. It's Dak Prescott over 3.5 rush attempts. Absolutely love that play. He's 8-0 in games decided by seven or less points. In the last 2 years, they've only played 3 of those games this year. He's been 7-6 and I think 7 rush attempts in those. We can also have Neal potential if they do win the game. Halftime Neal. I think you'll see a QB sneak or two or a long rush from Dak. I like his attempts more than yards because he had 6 attempts, I think, last game versus the Eagles for like 14 yards. The Eagles don't allow too many big runs, but if they pressure him, he's going to try to use those legs at least. So I love Dak Prescott rushing yards. I'm also on CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown, 60 plus receiving yards each in a little SGP. You could take AJ Brown and CD up to 100 plus. I think in this game, no problem. Both teams run a lot of man and some zone concepts, and both those guys just absolutely torch man and are pretty decent in against some zone defenses. And Goddard back, I think, helps AJ Brown even more.
Oh, definitely. Goddard opens it up a ton for them. I like that look of the 60 plus each. I think for me, CD Lamb was 74.5 yards week one, or the first time they played. Obviously, he soared over that. Philly had a ton
Yeah.
of banged up guys. They're way healthier in the secondary. Darius Slay looked really good in the second half when he started following CD Lamb. So it's interesting for me. I've seen a lot of people play him. His line is at 94.5 yards. And people are taking over. So I get it. Like the birds have gotten cooked all year. I think that's an interesting line that I would not touch an over. I mean, a 20-point jump or a 20-yard jump compared to week one, it's just odd to me. You know what I mean? So I think he could go for 100 yards. I'm not saying that. I just think that's a huge line change.
No, yeah. I'd rather ladder AJ up to 100 plus just because of the value alone. I mean, you're going to get
And
insane.
AJ's had 2 quiet weeks in a row. You know it's going to be a priority.
I think in quiet weeks because Goddard was out.
Good.
There's a lot more defensive eyes on AJ Brown when Goddard's out, and Goddard just opens up the field so much. And it was against a little bit of some tough defenses, I'd say. And there's some hard fought games. And this is gonna be the same one, but I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think both Hurts and Dak are both gonna have a great game. And I hope it's a good one. I mean, 3-point spread, 3.5-point spread, whatever it is. I'm excited. The one play I didn't post yet that I really am itching to post, and I don't know if I should or not, is Jerick McKinnon over, I think, 19.5 or 20.5 receiving yards versus the Bills. Bills are a great target. I know CEH is the RB1 there, but I think the passing downs, McKinnon's going to run a lot of routes, especially with how thin that wide receiver core is. We saw Pacheco getting so much love in the passing game. I think McKinnon steps up huge in this game. What are your thoughts on a McKinnon look?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. You've played him a lot this year, and you've been pretty money with Jerick McKinnon. I think it's a good spot. I'm interested to see how they use Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I doubt they use him as much in the pass game. Like Pacheco's pretty active in the pass game. You know what I mean? Like they use him pretty decently. I don't think they do with Edwards-Helaire. He's not terrible, like in things like that. So I'm interested to see how that all turns out. I'm excited to watch him. I think a lot of I might have been talking with you about it, but a lot of negativity comes because he was the first round pick, right? So like everyone's hard on him. But like if he was a 5th round pick or a 4th round pick, like you know what I mean? He would be considered a quality pick. Like they'd be like, oh, that was a good pick at that spot. They reached on him. He was a 3rd round pick draft like grade. So like they reached on him. So people give him a hard time. I don't think he's that bad of a player, but I do like Jerick McKinnon. I think he should have a solid role carved out today.
Yeah, and I think he's had some games where he just goes off. I mean, looking at the receiving yard game, he's had a lot of long receptions in the teens. I'm trying to look if I get a longest reception line. And that way I kind of just avoids some small yards. That yards line is pretty high, but his over 2.5 receptions is like -160, -170. So if they expect 3 receptions, I think he gets to 19, 20, but I think the line is exactly where it should be. But his longest reception is over 11 and a half. And I'm trying to see if that's a better angle. He gets a lot of 10, 11s, 15s, 9s. It seems like it's that sweet spot. I don't know. I think the books are sharp, but I really am itching to play this. I think he could have like 50 receiving yards in this game just because there are some games where he gets that. Like he just becomes
Right.
such a dump off receiver. And honestly, the Bills are so bad at allowing receiving yards to running backs. I mean, I think if you look at the whole season in receptions to running backs, they're fourth in yards, they're fourth in targets, they're fourth. So they're allowing opportunities there.
Right. No, I think you're spot on with that. And he's gonna log snaps. You know he's gonna be on the field, so that's a good sign. You can't really go wrong there.
Absolutely. This guy said, Austin, can you explain Minshew yards?
Yeah, I mean, I'll pull it up right now. Give me 1 second.
I'm itching to play that line, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I don't play it, he's gonna soar over. I can already tell. Like Another one I'm looking at is in the same game is James Cook over 11 and a half rushing attempts. It was 12 and a half and just gone down to 11 and a half. And 11 and a half just seems very low for an RB1 in a game that looks like it's going to be a pretty offensive game.
Right. No, I agree. That Minshew play for me, it's more like volume rise. Like every quarterback as of recent has just carved this defense because they can't run the ball very effectively. The clock doesn't run. A lot of pass attempts. And Minshew's kind of a gunslinger that I like in this spot. I think the line I got at 228.5. I believe it's at 233.5. I still like it there, but I'm just seeing quarterbacks like Lawrence, 258 yards, Kenny Pickett, 278 against them, Lamar, 264, CJ Stroud, 356, Josh Allen, 258, Brock Purdy, 365, Geno Smith, 326, Ryan Tannehill, 240. I mean, like some of these guys aren't the best arms, and they're still soaring over this line. They've kind of gotten torched all year, and I think it's a line we can kind of expose. I like Minshew, especially as recent. He's looked okay. He's getting comfortable with Michael Pittman, which is a good sign. And I just think it's a low line that he could easily get. Like they show he's not afraid to throw the ball. His pass attempts line, I believe, is at 34.5 or 33.5. So should have some decent volume in the pass game. I think it's a good spot.
I like it. I think Minshew being a gunslinger is
well, the Bengals are top 10 target, like in yards per game. So like they've gotten torched all year. If Kenny Pickett can go get 280 on him, you know what I mean? Like he's been terrible this year. So like
that's a fair point. That is a fair point, sir. I will definitely give you that.
Yeah, so I just think it's a strong spot. Virtually, like I think there's been one quarterback that I see that's missed. Josh Dobbs was like the only quarterback I'm seeing that missed this line, or Deshaun Watson in week 1.
That's a close spread. Am I wrong?
It is. Yeah, it is a 3-point spread. So I like the trailing game script as well. I think if they get down, obviously Minshew's slinging the ball. And like Jonathan Taylor's out. They're going to have Zach Moss. So he's good, but obviously one less running back. Maybe they pass a few more times.
I completely agree. I'm diving more into this McKinnon spot live on the show. I'm not going to lie. And I
thought you'd be playing Jamar Chase this week. I'm big on Chase this week at 65.5 yards. I think the line just doesn't make sense.
I like Chase too. I just can't stand Browning, but he's been involved in so much like screens and slants.
But he looks good. Like he's
no, I completely agree. I like the spot. Again, I have so many plays out right now that
you can't play every single spot.
If I post this lotto that I already made, like Chase is in it.
Right. The targets for me for Chase is just insane. And like one play, he can break it, like 11 receptions on 150 yards last week.
I think we have realized that these backup QBs, like I think these wide receiver ones are like, you better give me the rock or like.
Yeah, like throw me the ball, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're
Davante right. Adams with O'Connell. Like there's something to it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think. A lot of people are on Justin Jefferson today. I'm not sure if you are. Obviously it's his return. But, like, I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes with him today. I really am.
Yeah. You don't know his snap count. They need to win this game, so I'm sure he'll be involved. It's just I don't know. You don't want to bring him back too early either. We don't really know. There's too many unknowns
Right.
for
But then,
me.
like Jordan Addison, he's had a couple good games with obviously JJ out. Is Josh Dobbs going to kind of forget about Addison? You know what I mean? Like the pass attempts really haven't been there. I don't know. Interesting for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at this McKinnon play. Running backs that have had 3 receptions versus the Bills are 10-3 to over 20 receiving yards. The only ones that missed were Barkley. He had 4 catches for 5 yards, but teams just stacked the box against the Giants. And that was an ugly game. If you remember that game, it was like 9 or 13-6 or whatever that score was. It was just
Yeah.
super ugly. And the other 2 that missed were Antonio Gibson had 3 catches for 7 yards, and a chain had the 3 catches for 19 yards. He was right there. Other than that, everyone's soaring over. Again, McKinnon's reception line is 2.5 super juice, which means they expect 3 receptions. I may have to attack this again. It's a 4:00 game, so I have some time. But as far as the first game back, Rust, he only missed 2 games. Like it's not like he was missed like 6 weeks of like a big
Yeah.
injury.
It's not like he's been out. What was his
Yeah.
injury?
What?
What was his
I
injury?
think it was his groin. I gotta
Groin.
double check. But
Gotcha.
like, I know he has to play because of CEH and stuff, but I think they kind of milked it on purpose. Like I think he's fully back.
No, I agree.
I'm nervous. I might have to add this thing. You guys just saw me.
It's a juicy slate, man. It really is. I mean, there's some good games. I was eyeing Lamar Jackson pass completions at 16.5 all morning. Didn't pull the trigger. I can't get a read on this Rams team. I really can't.
I
But
don't think the Rams can get a read on that Rams team either.
dude, but 16.5 completions for Lamar, like that seems low. If this
That
game
seems
stays
real low.
yeah, if the
What's
game
the
stays
spread?
close,
Is it blowout
it's only
expected?
7.5.
7.5? Yeah.
Like if it stays within 7, he's soaring past that line. He really is. But
Oh, absolutely.
how many times has that happened to you and I this year, though? We take his pass attempts. He'll be like 27 of his 30 in the first half and then miss because he runs the entire second half.
Yeah. I mean, he does. I mean, especially with Andrews out, that's my only worry. Like Andrews was a safe target. I feel like when Andrews out,
Get a
I don't
few.
really trust that wide receiver core to catch the damn ball.
But like Lamar just runs around and finds like a 2-yard dump to Keaton Mitchell or
I
Isaiah
love that.
Likely. You know,
Yeah,
like
those
he
are
just
great.
finds a way. That's a line I think if you need an extra play, I think it's worth playing.
I'm honestly happy we have 2 Monday night games this week because it gives us more
Same.
ability
More
to get
juice. I
stuff.
think they should do that. There's no point having 14 Sunday morning games. There really isn't.
I'm telling you right now, I'm playing Jason Sanders field goals tomorrow against Titans, like right now. Like,
Right away. It's already in the slip. Nah, I agree.
I'm going to the Giants game and I'm playing Christian Watson 300 yards, I think, against
There you go. Tommy DeVito.
I'm gonna pick something. I'll probably do SGP because I'm going to the game, but it's gonna be pretty Packers heavy if I had to guess.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Love, good time to watch him. He's been absolutely insane.
Yeah, I haven't been to a game in years, honestly, either. So I'm pretty excited to go. But that's it for us today. Do you want to pick a first touchdown scorer in any game? How about the primetime game?
I'm surprised you want to talk about first touchdown scores after what happened to you last weekend, but
Stop. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it.
yeah, I feel like you should show people this and explain this.
I was gonna post it on Twitter, but I
was surprised you didn't. I
didn't want
bad.
people to start betting this bet because it is really stupid. So listen, guys, I'm trying to get a new car. Okay, just being honest. So I was like, you know what? Let me put I think it was like $50 to win like 20 grand. I'll throw $50 away. Again, my bankroll's bigger, so like if you're betting $10-20, don't fucking put $50 on a 3-person first touchdown score. There was 3 guys to score first. I forget who the other 2 were. I think it was like Derrick Henry.
Brandon Ayuk against the Eagles, check.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill, I think, check.
Tyreek Hill, check.
I need Najee Harris to score the first touchdown to win 20 grand. And he ran it 4 straight times from the 6-yard line. And it was 4th and 1 at the 1, and he got stuffed.
Absolute piss.
So if you ever think you guys have a bad beat, and he was on my anytime touchdown score parlay, which also would have hit if that had happened. I think I just chose the 3 guys on that touchdown score lay and just picked them to score first. But
yeah, dude, I have this video up. This is so bad.
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, that's like absurd. I don't know how I can show it, but
yeah, it's pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
He's literally at the 1 inch line. It's gonna look horrible if I show it.
No, you can see it. You can see it.
I know, but I don't know if I can get it to play. Let's see.
Yep, there it is.
Inches away from 20 racks, man.
20 racks would have been beautiful.
Oh, here's the slip for you. Just horrible,
absolutely
bro. You sent that to me, and I felt so bad for you. That is so piss.
Listen, man, it is what it is. So let's go first touchdown scorer in the night game. Let's do the night game. Eagles, Cowboys.
I'm a diehard Eagles fan, so I already know Dallas is scoring first. This shit's going to be ugly tonight. Watch. So I'm going to take Michael Gallup to score.
And you got to get off the Michael Gallup train.
I'm going to take him to score, and I'm going to – hold on. Let me find what he's at.
It's hard to look up the odds, and there's
plus
so many.
2,800, Michael Gallup to score. Sprinkling Dallas Goedert on the Eagles side at plus 2,000.
I like that Goddard line.
You're giving
AJ Brown at 1,000.
You're giving a tight end at 2,000. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you have AJ Brown.
This game's tough because there's so many good players on each team that you have no idea who's going to score.
It's 2,300 honestly on FanDuel. I think that's a good look, honestly, just to sprinkle and have some fun.
We should run another $50.
No.
Let's do Goddard. Let's pick 3 right now, Chucks.
You want it? All right, let's do it.
Goddard. I think we go Goddard at plus 2,300. I'll sprinkle it with you. I'll sweat it with you. Comment first TD scores if anyone's got any bangers.
All right, Goddard. And I want Goddard to be the last leg, so pick two earlier games. I'm not picking somebody in the.
You got to pick one. I'll pick Goddard.
I'm not picking somebody in the Chiefs Bills game. I really can't tell. And you can't pick McCaffrey. I think plus 200. It's not going to work. What are your thoughts on Laporta?
I like Laporta. I got him in fantasy this week.
Because David Montgomery's plus 500.
I kind of like Gus Edwards to dive in there.
Me too. Plus 900 for Laporta or plus 500 for Montgomery. You pick.
Give me Laporta.
And then do you want to do Gus Edwards, Gus Bus?
It's kind of gross, but imagine. I feel like you're due to hit one.
This is $10 for 16 grand.
$10 for 16 racks?
Yeah.
Throw 20 on that thing. What? I mean, I'll Venmo you 10.
Throw 50. I'm shit. Yo, you know what my tax is gonna hit? That's gonna.
Yeah, facts. That hits. FanDuel's calling right away.
No, what they do is they take the chunk out first.
Oh, they already pre-taxed you. I've seen that.
when it's a bigger hit.
See, I've never hit a lotto like that. I really haven't.
I hit the 3-team future in COVID.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
And I was like, I was like, where's my money? Out there trying to skim me.
I just don't play enough of those. You know what I mean? I really don't lock very many long shots and stuff. I play straights or I play DFS stuff.
I'm gonna go on a little rant here before we log off. Can everyone stop being Nazis over how you should gamble? This should be fun. You should make money.
Facts.
But if you're hanging out with your boys, you're telling me not just gonna throw a crapshoot parlay just for the culture. Do it. This should be fun.
Straight up.
This is my comparison. You can go to the gym, eat healthy, have a couple of cheat days, and still see results. You don't have to be a fucking bodybuilder just because you go to the gym. That's what everyone's like. You have to do this exactly right, 24/7. Like you don't have to fucking worry about your macros and shit if you just want to see results. Just go to the gym, eat healthy. You'll still see results, and you'll have more fucking fun eating that damn cupcake on Sunday rather than just eating chicken, rice, and veggies every goddamn meal.
Yeah, you live one time. There's no point to worry about other people's shit. So many people in this space. You and I see it every day. I'm sure the following sees it every single day. Follow who you want to follow, like what you want to like.
Yeah.
Be yourself. You know what I mean? There's so much mini options.
If you're only betting
Matty checks and
if you're only if you're only doing parlays 24/7, you're probably gonna lose money. But if that's what you want to do with your gambling, then have fun. As long as you realize what you're doing. Don't
right. It's supposed to be you know how people oh, I'm gonna go spend $20 and go to the movie and get my popcorn and shit. What's the problem if you spend $20 on a parlay and you sit there for 4 hours and sweat out the I never understood that. How people are oh, that's so bad. It's well, you spent an evening having fun with your friends and sweat it out. You know what I mean? It's just different. It's the same thing as going and bullshitting at Applebee's at happy hour and drinking 4 drinks and then going to the movie theater, you know?
It's better to give a chance to win money, honestly, and you're in the comfort of your own home.
Facts.
I love it.
You
Well,
get
that's
an
gonna be it for the
adrenaline
show
rush?
today. I'm all amped up now. I'm ready for the
Yeah.
slate.
You're on edge, bro. You're feeling yourself.
I'm excited. I'm just tired of the bullshit, honestly.
We're going to go hit this $20 for 32 racks. Someone's going to tail this and send us the slip, and it's going to hit.
I had the wrong guy, and I had Kyron Williams in. It's $10 for 19K.
Damn. Good Gus Bus. Dallas Goddard. Who's the other leg?
Sam Laporta.
Imagine if this actually hit, bro. I'd be calling you up quick for that Venmo.
I would block your ass in probably 2 seconds.
Yeah, literally. People are like, where'd it go?
Wait, who is this?
You're posting it, marketing it. Bang! Huge
Bang!
hit. Austin Sprops is blocked.
You know, if this hits, you know what? Yeah.
That'd be electric. That actually would be.
I'll give away $1,000 to someone who's subscribed to the show if this hits.
Facts. Yeah, I'll double that. I mean,
just 3 dudes.
Yeah, dudes being dudes, getting in the end zone.
You're telling me a guy named Dallas isn't going to score against Dallas? That's
exactly.
The script was already written.
I want to see Gus Edwards doing his dance in the end zone.
I'm going to get a call on Austin when the 2 first legs hit, and he's like, dude, we're about to cash this shit.
It's going to be Goddard that sells, bro. It really would be. Like, you know what I mean? With my luck in the final game.
Is there a possible way to hedge that? Like, you got to just bet every other guy and hope it's not like fucking Gainwell.
Nuke Dallas Goddard not to score.
You can't even bet not to score, really.
Yeah.
You'd have to bet other guys to score first.
That'd be an interesting parlay. Like, if you could pin, like, not to score, pick, like, 8 guys you don't think sitting in there.
I think Barstool might be able to do
That'd
that.
That'd be a shitty sweat, though. That would suck. You're just sitting there on edge the whole time, like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But
we're just rambling, so
go enjoy your bets. Go enjoy your food, whatever you're doing. If you're cleaning up or enjoying the Sunday, it's gonna rain, torrential downpour by me. So I don't know what we're doing, but
I got snow. So
damn, good for you. Go build an igloo. Best of luck in your bets today. Let's cash this first touchdown score. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.